boys, as promised, this is a new song I want to teach you. It's not really a new song, it's an old song, but it's maybe new for all of us. I kind of tinkered around with it a little bit years ago, and I've been wanting to play it for a long time. And then my buddy Eddie asked if I could, show him the chords, and so I had a track, and I figured, let's mess around with the track and see what we can do with the song. So, basically the song has a ton of stuff going on guitar-wise. There's a lot of lead work and stuff. This little tutorial is basically just the chords and the rhythm. Just plain and simple acoustic guitar and the song. There's several parts to the song, so for this part I'm only going to cover the very beginning of the song, and then maybe into the first chorus, the pre-chorus and that, and then we'll come back on another lesson and kind of hit the back end of the song. But basically the chords, the major chords that roll through the verse and the chorus are an E major. That's a chord that you should know by now. The next chord would be a B major, which is really an A, and you slide it down 2 frets, but you have to have the root note, which is the first finger on the 2nd fret 5th string. That note right there is a B, and the B is basically the root note for the chord B major, which sounds like this. So if you think about an A with the open A string being your root, you're basically sliding everything 2 frets down to here, and then your new bass note or your root note is going to be the 2nd fret 5th string, which is a B note, and it sounds like this. Alright, so E, B major, A of course, okay? And then the chorus, kind of pre-chorus, goes into what it's kind of like a triad of 3 chords, which is the A flat major, a C sharp minor, and an F sharp major. Okay, so that's basically all of the chords that are involved in the beginning of the song. And there's one little funky chord that I really like. It's kind of like it's a sweet little chord. The notes are the 1st finger, 2nd fret 3rd string, and then the 3rd finger would be on the 4th fret of the 4th string, and then you just hit starting on the 4th string down with all the other notes open, and it sounds like it's kind of like a little suspended chord of sorts. All of the videos that I watched last night for playing this song are all over the place. Some guys tune down their E string to a D, so they kind of cheat from not having to play the bar chords, kind of like this. But they actually make the song harder, and I don't think it sounds as good. I watched the Eagles video actually play it, and I thought they played with standard tuning with all of the chords that I just showed you. Sounds great. I don't think we need to mess around with the song by detuning the guitar to do different shapes that are not really, I mean, there's a lot of ways to play a song and it still sounds good, but if you can play it exactly like the artist and do it justice, just stay with the standard tuning for now. So the track I sent you guys has a click, and the click basically is your clock. So let's play the track. So you hear that click? That's your rhythm right there. Tick, 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 start, okay? All right, so we're gonna start off in the very beginning with the 3 chords that I showed you, the E major to the B major to the A, and that's the intro. So let's play along with it so you can see what I'm doing. major, A major, back to the B, back to E. There's talk on the streets that sounds so familiar. Great expectations, everybody's watching you. Just keep going, keep going. Okay, here's the change. C sharp minor, F major, funky chord, okay. All right, so let's cover that part because that's the pre-chorus chorus. So when you come out of the normal rhythm, that's and let me see if I can get my hand here so you can kind of watch the rhythm a little more. So to the A flat major. Actually, it's an A flat. Yeah, it's an A flat major. Do do. C sharp minor. So. Johnny come lately. F sharp major. The new kid in town. Everybody loves you. Funky chord, when you're not around, resolves to the B major, and then it goes back to E major again. Okay, so let's do that part again. Okay, so the intro into the chorus. Johnny come lately, the new kid in town. Everybody loves you when you're not around. Resolves back to E major. Okay? So you do that, you go around and do that a couple of times and you're good to go. Alright? So let's play it along again with the click and everything. If I can get it to come up. Alright? And just ready for the change. And right back around to the top. So, work on that part. I want to see your progress. Bar chords, these bar chords particularly are a little tough, and it's good. It's good practice for you. You should know literally all of those shapes should be in your arsenal by now. If they're not, we're going to work on that. I guarantee you it'll expand your playing. It'll open up a lot of new doors for you guys, especially if you comprehend what each root note is. And I've talked to you guys about this before. If you know your notes, you can have your this shape, the F bar chord shape, which is basically an E, and then the nut is your finger that you slam right there. You don't need to because it's already barred, but when you start moving those shapes down, it's basically an E shape, which is that E major shape. You slide it down, F, G, A, all the way down. So once you know what those notes are, then you know every chord by having one shape. You know all those chords all the way down to the 12th fret where it starts over again. It's not that freaking hard. All right? Now, on the A side, which is this, guess what? There's your bar right there. So you're basically playing that. And now, once you start sliding it down, you got yourself this shape that's going to create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the chords all the way down to the 12th fret, which is another set of freaking 12 chords that you can have in your arsenal. I hate preaching this, but it's like the easiest thing in the world. But you guys have to get those chords in your mind so you understand. Once you know the top two notes, the top two strings, what all the notes are, you got yourself a whole bunch of chords. And then you can jam down on them. You can do all your freaking power chords. You can do all of that. And it's all by knowing two strings, all the notes. Come on. I'm going to stay on your asses until you get it. And thank you for listening to SetchMusic.com. Later.